a centennial story from the Portland Clinic. In its nearly 100-year history, at its various downtown Portland locations and its satellite clinics, the Portland Clinic has welcomed thousands of patients. Two of them, Stan Weber and Forbes Williams, for nearly as long as the clinic's been around.
I just had my 95th birthday, and I've been associated with the Portland Clinic since I was 6 years old in 1929.
My mother was a patient of that organization.
Which makes Stan Weber, at 96, the longest living Portland Clinic patient, born in 1922, only 1 year after the clinic opened. Otherwise, the two men have much in common. Both war veterans. Stan joined the Marines after Pearl Harbor and served in Korea. Forbes, a machine gunner whose unit liberated the concentration camp at Dachau. His mother's initial fears over his going to war eased by a Portland Clinic doctor.
And he told my mother, well, I'm sure he may be drafted, but he definitely won't be in combat because of his eyes. And my mother took great comfort in that. And I wrote the doctor from Normandy and said, we were both wrong.
Both men spent their careers in Portland. Stan, a former newspaper reporter who became a Multnomah County Deputy District Attorney. Forbes, a professor and dean at Portland State University. Both cared for by many, many Portland Clinic doctors.
Gordon Pruitt, for the longest period of time. Dr. Morton, Dr. Marino, Dr. Brasseur, who's a neurologist and has been taking care of me and is a fine young man.
No list for Stan, who says he chose his primary care provider from a family whose name was well known to Portlanders.
Ronald Nato was a physician, and I chose him to be my primary doctor.
Dr. Nato, by the way, retired in 2018, saying so long to Stan Weber and scores of other grateful patients. Forbes' list contains many retirees.
Dr. Hong, Dr. Atkin, who long ago was my dermatologist. Oh, Dr. Sutherland, who's now retired, was my cardiologist for a number of years. Oh, I've had wonderful doctors.
Forbes Williams and Stan Weber will tell you that relationships do matter at the Portland Clinic. Their collective 188 years of medical care prove, they say, it's all about the doctors.
My current doctor, Dr. Traficante, is another wonderful doctor.
And by the way, about Stan Weber being the longest living Portland Clinic baby?
I'm very proud of that. No, I didn't have anything to do with it, but my mother and father did.
Yeah.